Hi, Ron Harrison here from Unlimited Success Agency, part of the Five Rings Financial family. Five Rings Financial is a national financial services company. We are brokers for a number of companies, so we help middle Americans with retirement plans for individuals and for businesses. We help with living benefits type of protection, $1 million baby college savings plans, 401k and 403b and IRA rollovers, things like that. But the reason I'm here today is to talk about the Colorado Small Business Retirement Mandate. And as soon as somebody says the man says mandate, just like we were kids, we didn't like being told what to do. Well, here the government is mandating. Well, let's talk about this and see how your company can get outside of the state mandated plan and give your employees something that, in my mind, is a much better plan. I'll talk specifics in a minute. First thing to look at, though, is what the mandate says. So here's all the language. You can see that what employers can have in place if you could to get exempt from the state plan. That's the goal of this. How can you get exempt from the state plan unless you're happy to live under the state's watchful eye? Then that's fine. But if you want to get outside of the state, if you have a 401 A, 401k, 403b, so you can see the different plans, 408b, all of these things can get you outside of the government's plan. Now, the one thing, unfortunately, this is a plan that is very common. Lots of businesses have these plans, pay just a simple payroll deduction IRA, but the state decided not to include that. Now, I'm not going to talk politics or anything, but there is an investment company. An investment company is behind this mandated plan. If if your company chooses to go with the mandated plan, you're going through an investment company. And I guarantee the investment company helps set the rules for this mandate. And which of these plans does not provide the investment company with lots of money? The payroll deduction IRA. They can't really make money off of that. So no wonder they don't want to have it included in the plan, right? Well, we just have to work around what the rules are. So let's start looking about what the rules are. So the first thing to think about, many of the plans listed in the paragraph above have startup fees, recurring costs, annual paperwork requirements. As a small business owner, I'm a small business owner, I don't want to have to deal with that stuff. So the two plans that I'm going to look at specifically in a minute for you have no costs and no fees. Plus, no reporting requirements. Wouldn't that be amazing? Get away from that state mandated stuff, right? So the two plans we're looking at is a SEP, which is Simplified Employee Pension. Now this only accepts employer contributions, just like a pension plan. Then there is a simple IRA that has employee contribution and company match. Now, the one thing people say, well, company match, I don't want to do company match. Well, a couple of things about that. First of all, company match is a great incentive for people to come work for your company. Imagine if you had two companies, same wages, same job, same hours, all of that stuff. The one that offers the company match, more people are going to go work for that company than the other company, right? Plus, a company match retains employees because you're doubling their contributions to their personal retirement. So matches are a good thing. As I said, I believe they're tax deductible. So let's take a look at notes. Most employers want to stay away from state mandated options. Remember Obamacare, and I'm not going to get political about anything, but 10 or 12 years ago when Obamacare came on, it was mandated. Ultimately, lots of people opted out when they found out how they could opt out because they preferred to be on the open market. That's how these plans can be. You can be on the open market if you choose to go with the plans that I work through. Now, as an employer, all you have to do is offer this plan to get exemption from the state plan, exemption from the state looking at you every year, every month, every year, or whatever, right? If employees don't take part in it, that's fine. That's just the way it is. That's their choice. But you've offered the plan, you're fulfilling the requirement. Your plans are set up through your payroll system, so they're easily managed that way. No requirements for numbers of participants. As I said, incentives or retention strategies for employees. And finally, these plans are transportable should the employee leave. It's their own plan they take with them. And you stop contributing, right? So, anyway, it's really a cool plan in many, many different ways. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they are specifically. Now, this chart, all it compares is the Cal Savers to the Simple IRA and the SEP IRA. Now, instead of the word Cal Savers here, just think of this as Colorado Secure Savings, because these plans all operate 99% the same. So the comparisons I make here are going to be the same with the Colorado Secure Savings Plan. So if you look at these, the Simple IRA, you can see that fewer than 100 employees. Now, on the Simple IRA, you have choices on the match. 3% matching contribution. Actually, it's up to 3%. I believe we'll look at that in a minute for the people that participate, or you can give every employee 2% no matter what, whether they contribute money or not. That's going to be up to you, but that's something we can talk about specifically. The SEP IRA, that is just employer match. So it's a lot different than the Simple IRA. You can see that the limits, employee contribution limits, no employee contribution limits over here because the employee doesn't contribute. Here there are employee contribution limits, but still, those limits are really high compared to this. So you're doing your employees a favor. If you have a high wage employee, they can put lots of money into this compared to what they can put into this. Really a good favor you're doing them, right? Employer match, so dollar for dollar up to 3%. So if I interpret this correctly, you can offer, if they do 1%, you give them 1%. If they do 2%, you can give them 2%, or you give them 3%. Anything they do above 3%, that's their own money. Or if you chose to do non-elective, meaning that you do 2% for every employee no matter what, whether they chose to put money in or not. So that's up to you. That's what we can talk about specifically with your plan. That's why I talk about how these things are so customizable for you as an employer, as opposed to the state plans, which are pretty much set in stone, right? Look right here. Employees are automatically 5% gross pay. What if they can't afford that? I hate state and federal mandated things. Anyway, no more politics, right? Down here, they're all the same, vesting immediately, which is really good. Here's where it makes a difference for you, employer. No annual filing requirements. No annual filing requirements. No administrative fees. Check this out. Over here, no administrative fees, but employees get charged a fee. Isn't that crazy? So again, another benefit for your employees, right? They don't pay any fees on this. No discrimination testing, meaning that this will be offered for everyone. Now, employees can pay extra fees if they want to kind of upgrade their plan. So you're offering them the basic plan, giving a match, they're getting a little bit of extra money. But if they choose on their own, it costs you nothing. They choose to get better options with their plan for the future. That's where I come in. I talk to them individually, get that set up. It has nothing to do with you or what you offer. But here again, you're offering your employees, they can even set up lifetime income on their plans. Look at the government plan over here, no lifetime income. Look at all the favors you're doing for your employee. Lifetime income, no fees that they're paying. You're contributing some money for them. It's portable. So many different things that you are offering your employee. You're offering them more money than they can put into the plan over here. Now, the other thing about all this that is super important, another great benefit for your employee, the money in our plans go up when the market goes up, and they go sideways when the market crashes. They never have the drop like in 2022 when people lost 20% in the stock market. So our plans are called indexed plans. Over here, these plans, their money is immediately in the up and down stock market roller coaster. When I work with people on their money, they'd prefer to be in the escalator. Escalator goes up, sideways, up, sideways, right? So that's what we do. So right there are 4 or 5 advantages to our plans compared to what the state mandates for people. So thank you for listening. Just here's my contact information. feel free to give me a call, drop me a text, and I can talk specifics about what can work for your company. And the other thing about all of this, even if your company already has one of these plans in place and you can get exempted, let's talk about the SEP and the simple IRAs as a much easier and more beneficial plan for your employees. You can just go ahead and change into that from your 401k or whatever you're using right now. Happy to talk to you about switching over to something different. So take care. Shoot me any questions you have. Be more than happy to talk specifics with you about what you want to do for your employees. Thank you very much.